Hi, welcome to the MOTO Show.
Hi. You said it quicker.
I did.
Fantastic.
I purposely, that was in my head just before we started. Say it quicker. I don't know why I was saying it so slow.
In a slightly American accent. Is that to go with the mole? Nice mole going on.
Well, there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not asking me mo.
Yeah, I know.
I thought you said mole.
No, and I think you've got a soul patch going on too.
Yeah, a soul and a mo. Yeah, I do it for the mo every November.
I'm never sure what to do, because if you've already got a moustache, goatee, beard, do you shave some of it off? Do I shave a bit in the middle? I'm not growing anything for November, am I?
No, but yeah, I suppose. It's annoying now. I'm getting some funny looks at the gym.
In fairness, that's quite right, to be honest.
It's like, what the hell has he got on his face?
So I just brushed it off.
Caterpillar. Mate, you got a caterpillar on you.
A caliper on your lip. Run, Forest.
I met one with big boots.
What was that noise? Was that the sofa? Was that you?
No, it's just
Yeah, I bet you can't make it
the
do it
world's
again.
uncomfortablest sofa.
And
Actually,
that's an actual word, isn't it?
This could be the very last time you see the sofa.
You reckon? I thought you were going to say you're going to give it as a prize.
No, because I need to look at it.
Yeah.
Bury that stuff over there behind the sofa, so this will become. Plus, I need my studio back.
Yeah.
So I can shoot some pictures.
Well, for all that fantastic modelling work you've got booked in for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Christmas jumpers. Yeah.
Yeah, Christmas
talking
jumpers.
of competition prizes.
Yeah.
How's the posting out been going?
Going all right, actually. Yeah, yeah.
So
I couldn't find it. I'm glad you spotted that there.
James, who won
John?
3 weeks ago?
Or James?
I think it was James Farrell, wasn't it?
Yeah, James Farrell.
Still here. And that one was won last week, was it?
Who was that by?
I don't know. Somebody won that last week,
I
didn't
can't
they?
remember.
And the Clement de Sal shirt.
No, that's going ongoing. So you can still enter the Clement de Sal shirt comp.
Okay.
And win the Moto.
But you can't win James's.
Can't win James.
James can't have it,
here.
in fairness. Nice and safe, mate.
I waiting for him to send the courier down.
Send us an SAE.
Yeah. So basically, tonight we got I think it won't be a super long show, but there's still plenty to talk about.
Yeah, there's plenty on the list.
First up.
Why have you got it so small? It's like an eye test. It's because you've got your specs on, isn't it?
I don't know.
Make it bigger.
Don't know what I'm doing. That's it.
Oh, it's gone now. It's gone off the screen.
So basically then, first story we're going to talk about is Fox and Everts.
Yeah. Quite a big signing for them,
Yeah,
really.
definitely.
You did kind of think it was going to be a rider they'd taken on board, but I think in Everts they're going to get good coverage out of him.
Yeah. You're going to, wherever it's the same with KTM and Red Bull, he wears their hats and stuff.
Absolutely.
And the bottom line is the deal really is for the future for his boy, Liam.
Yeah. Yeah, Liam did well. He was third at the Monster Energy Cup.
Yeah,
good there. Effectively, they've got an awful lot of champions on there. Carmichael does an awful lot for their brands still.
And that's it. Because it's a family brand as well.
Yeah.
And it looks at look at Carmichael, a future star when he was a kid. He was supported by Fox, and
if they're trying to make it the brand of champions, and having Everts on board as the one with the most titles on, I would have thought they're probably going to be eyeing up Kai Rowley at some point.
I don't know. I think he gets a good deal. Who's he with? Pro Grip, a Service, one of the two.
Yeah, but you can't help feeling that there's always a deal to be bettered. But if he gets up there towards sort of 8 or 9
how
titles,
much would Caroli want in comparison?
Easily, as much as they're giving Everts and some more, I would have thought. But say Everts, they're buying into the future of it. There was something straight away on Facebook saying somebody, why didn't they give it to a younger rider? Well, they don't give it to a younger rider because the younger riders don't necessarily get the press that the established riders get. It's unfortunate, but Everts carries an awful lot of weight. And to be fair,
Fox support an awful lot of young riders.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I don't know. But yeah, so fair play to the Everts clan and Liam. As I said, I think the deal is for Liam.
Yeah.
For the future for him to support and back him.
One imagines that Liam's not going to have to buy an awful lot of kit or bikes in his life.
No.
He's probably looking to trade it now. Just so he can pick up something, get an upgrade.
Auto Trader. Auto Bike Trader.
Auto Trader Belgian. Coffee tonight? No Red Bull.
Yeah, coffee, no Red Bull.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
You've got student coffee in those packs over there. It's very wasteful,
What, the student coffee?
Yeah, all in one pack sort of. That's bloody lazy. What if you can't get a spoon out? Like for men who haven't got spoons.
Okay, so second story is 2 new tracks for the US Nationals next year.
Yeah, well, that's good. I do keep meaning to get over to the Nationals because I've never actually witnessed that. I've been lucky enough to go to Supercross a number of times, not seen the Nationals. It would be good to see them.
One in Indiana.
Difficulty is with these. You say these places. I don't know where it is on the state.
I wouldn't.
I know the ones on the West Coast and the East Coast in the middle because you kind of know from the Supercross. But the ones in the middle, it's. And
Glen Helen's back is the first round.
Yeah. Well, they fell out a little bit with the guy that owned that, didn't they? Really?
Yeah, all a little bit
but
weird. Then it
them.
went to the GPs, and that went a little bit tits up.
GP didn't work at all there, did it? Because none of the Americans wanted to go to it, did they?
5 or 6 people that turned up on the day.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
But it's a fast track, Glen Helen, isn't it? Really, really.
Yeah, I've been
huge
there. And
jumps
it's worn out.
Yeah, it does look ever so. A lot of their tracks look ever so dusty and dry, don't they?
Yeah, it's not as good as. Obviously you can make it a good track, but I think it's trouble is it's open all the time.
Yeah.
It's open for practice for the REM racing on the weekends. And did they actually take part in REM?
What, Michael Stipe with his bald head, looking a bit unwell?
What's his song?
Losing My Religion?
Yeah, but
night swimming, that type of thing.
They constantly play that in the REM event. Imagine that.
Will you stop with the joke?
Yeah.
Talking of new tracks, I don't know if it's on our list to talk about. It's not on our list to talk about. One thing I saw in the week is that Red Bull straight rhythm.
Yes.
That is absolutely superb.
Didn't we talk about that last week?
Did we?
I can't remember.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think we did.
It's like a massive motocross blur.
If we didn't, then it was really good, and you should look at the video. If we did, sorry, we're repeating ourselves.
Yeah, we're repeating. It's like it's deja vu. I swear we did.
Yeah,
we did. I think Stewart and that and Dungy, the way it was going, how the sport's going.
Could be.
If not, we'll speak about it another time.
Go on, keep going with your list.
Right.
Exciting announcement from Chad Reed, wasn't it? Wow, I was on there outside of my seat for that one. He
gets his social media a little bit wrong.
I know. It's like big announcement coming from Chad Reed.
Somebody needs to do your social media.
It's just like, Discount Tyres continue to be my sponsor. Whoa! Yeah, go get Discount Tyres.
It's like, great. You can't knock him because he's a fantastic deal for him and his team, and it supports him for the next few years and stuff. But
I'm not bothered where Chad Reed gets his tyres from.
No, but it's not. It's this
It's like you having a Bob Marshall sticker on the side of your head. I mean, it's just like there's no point, is there?
It's going to be his title sponsor, isn't it?
It's still not exciting, though, is it, really?
No.
It's a terrible name for a team. I mean, there might be fantastic tyres, but
I think it's a big company in the US, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tyre company.
But, compared to two Motorsport or something like that.
Quick Fit Honda.
Yeah, I think it's nice to have a cool name for your team, isn't it?
I forget the problem. No,
it's just the money, isn't it?
It's the money. It's the cash.
Money talks.
Yeah, money talks. Are you from New York?
New Jersey.
Like drinking coffee.
What?
Sofa move then.
It's not going to collapse.
No, I don't know.
That would be comedy gold if it collapses.
I think he gets it wrong. He tries to be like
down with the kids.
It's going to be really hide stuff and put these pictures of his bikes, the bike and the fender, the different color. What am I going to write? It just, I think it annoys people rather than gets them excited.
Well, you can't. What people wanted to hear from the announcement was what bike he's going to ride.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, that's all you want to hear from Reed. What's he's going to be on? Now, the strong rumours seem to be Kawasaki, but wasn't he on Kawasaki and didn't do quite so well on it? I think he went briefly to Kawasaki.
He's been on a few. Well,
I mean, he's had his best time on Yamaha, hadn't he? Really. Yeah. But I would have thought he would have stayed Honda for a while, but that doesn't seem to have worked out. But anyway, hooray for Discount Tyres. Please send some our way. Ray's got an Audi that needs some.
Have you seen how they spelt tyre though?
T-I-R-E-S.
Yeah, T-I-R-E. Yeah.
It's just American. Centre ER on the end. Why can't they just spell things right? Why have they got to change it?
Because they can. They're bigger than us, bigger country.
They're using English. Why change it around? Why just mess with stuff? And it's annoying when your computer does it, changes to American. I'm not writing on an American computer. Yeah. This could be rambling now. Get back to the point. What are we on? Two new tracks.
Okay. 2 new tracks. Glen Eden, Indiana. Glen Eden, probably needed to be come back or whatever. I don't know. But Indiana, it's a good. The pictures look good.
Yeah. Well, they got some great tracks over there, really.
Definitely. And it looks look like a bit of development.
Be some good racing next season with Roxon up on the 450. Well, presumably riding the 350. I'm not sure he has a choice between the two. I guess tracks like Glen Helen, probably because of the speed of the track and the elevations and everything, it might favour the 450. But with KTM, they can vary it between the two, can't they? Really?
Well, would you though? Would you switch?
Well, you're allowed to, aren't you?
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, the thing is, with running an undersized bike, it doesn't matter if you run to a bigger bike. You know, KTM have the option.
Big old 610 KTM.
Oh no, I don't think you want one of those. One of those banana-coloured ones. When I went out riding, the guy that has now got a KTM 250, he came along on one of those awful things. It was a guy called Conrad who bought them, and he turned up in these awful old proper leathers, not jeans, leathers with his knee pads over the top. Looked a complete sketch on it. Luckily now he has got himself a proper 250. Although he's had it stolen twice.
Has he?
Yeah.
The same bike?
Yeah. Well, yeah. They had one bike. So he lives up. He's in a block of flats with the shutters underneath. Some kiddies had got in there when somebody had been driving out, taking his bike out away. Luckily, the neighbour had seen it in the garden and thought, "Hang on a second, those kids don't know that bike." I got it back really quickly. Second time round, he'd actually secured it against the wall, chained to both wheels and a frame, and a Porsche parked in front of it. They cut both chains and dragged it over the top of the Porsche. And this is a 2006 EXC 250. Oh yeah, foot pegs right over the top.
Oh, new one?
Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't his either.
So what? For what are they going to do? Get 400 quid for it?
Astounding. Now going back to Husky because he had one. Did you see? It looks like the Chinese firm Shinarei have bought up the old Husky stock.
Have they?
Yeah. There was a picture tweeted from the EICMA show of what was clearly a TE 250. I had one as a test bike a couple of years ago. Not any of the red plastics, just black and white, but with Shinarei. So it looks like they brought up the stock. Well, the Husky had an awful lot of stock left over, and that KTM weren't taking on board. So
interesting.
Yeah. Anyway. What's the next on the list?
I can't remember. My head's gone.
I could give you a hint. How about that video?
Oh, yeah, that video. Yeah. Okay. Some of you may have already seen it, and that's the new... What? And my brain's gone. We'll tell you after. We'll tell you later on another day.
Were you wearing that hat earlier?
I don't know.
No?
Okay. The whole thing's just gone a little bit wonky.
I'll have a drink soon.
Yeah. What, a Red Bull?
Yeah.
Nice one.
I like Red Bull.
Yeah, so basically there's that crazy video of the guy riding the mountain ridge on his KTM in the snow.
It just absolutely mad. I don't know. You must have a group of mates, and you couldn't have done that on your own because it just like he's going to slip off, and it's going to be absolutely you just lose the bike because he drops the bike to start off with, and it slithers down the slope, doesn't he?
Screaming, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well we'll watch the video and then we'll come back to it.
Yeah. Great little video. Yeah, really, really impressive bit of riding. But I think he's just going too fast. That's going to end in a lot of pain.
He was trying to impress himself, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
It was crazy video.
It's just another example of just what great stuff there is on video. Have you seen any of those ones that goes doing like mountain biking in like sort of in South American sort of suburbs and you know sort of shanty towns, and they're going down sort of loads of steps and.
Well, I watched. I'll tell you what I did watch today. Was this has always been something that would be so weird to do, not do it, but be in the place.
What, porn?
No, the free running inside a museum at night.
What you want to do?
I don't want to do free running now.
Free running when people do it properly. There's that
but in a museum at night.
What's he doing? Like hopping over Stegosauruses and things like that?
Hanging off the plane.
The biplane, yeah. Why? Why in a museum?
It's scary though, isn't it? Imagine that.
Creepy. Yeah, you'd have Ricky Gervais go round.
And the little
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. Yeah. No, was it?
No, it's not Adam Sandler. It's the other guy.
Anyway, yeah. So fair play to that bloke, but we wouldn't advise to do that. To be honest,
no, not at all.
No, it
doesn't sound like a good thing to do.
Well, you know, looking on the left-hand side of that drop, if he dropped that on the rock, he would have been gone.
I have been trail riding in the snow, and it is quite fun to do. But the difficulty is you just don't know what's underneath. So you go through, and there could be a big puddle under there, could be a complete hole.
Well, that reminded me when he was up on the ridges like that. I don't know where it was filmed. It looked like this country because he was English, the guy, wasn't he? Sounded English.
Look like this country? Where?
I don't know, but no,
like Utah or something like that.
Well, that mountain range. I just want to put this straight. Yeah. That mountain range was very similar to where I went with the guys, Tommy Searle, Zach Osborne, a load of others, to do a photo shoot in Beaumont.
Oh yeah,
for the free riding, and they said follow us.
Yeah,
and they left me.
Yeah.
Riding along ridges like that.
And you burnt your leg.
Yeah. How do you know that story?
Well, you show him when they tweeted pictures of your leg and moaned about it. I think you might even have mentioned it last week.
Oh, did I? Well, that will always be embedded into my little brain.
They wouldn't do it now, would they? No. They wouldn't leave you now. Now you're a lean fighting machine.
You're at. All I can say, I want to make this public on camera. Tommy Searle, Zach Osborne, and all the rest of you, you're out of order.
Yeah.
Out of order.
They left the fat kid behind, didn't they? Let's drop Fatty.
Drop Fatty? I was nearly a dead Fatty.
Exactly. Who wants a dead fat boy with them?
They say, oh, we've got to carry him back. Shit. Stop that. Leave him.
Yeah.
Leave him to the buzzards.
Yeah. Were they circling when you were lying on the floor?
Do you know what? There was, I swear to God, and the boys can back me up on this one. I got lost and I come back. I managed to get back on the road, so I had to ride back up through on the road. And I went back into the desert bit.
You on a little minibus. You must have looked like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber.
And I got back onto the thing, and there was somebody's built like a mound with a skull and crossbones, Death Valley type scenario. Yeah. That was it. I freaked out. I thought, get me out of this place.
Ooh, there was a bird sat on a post licking his. They don't have lips, do they? Licking his beak.
Licking his something. And there was something, and I've just seen a few people I swear I've seen the same people that have hills of eyes.
Oh no, that's not nice, is it?
No, it was spooky. But thanks, guys. You're out of order. Always remember that. Yeah. Payback.
That buzzard was on his mobile phone saying, "We might need a few of us this one." We ain't lifting this bugger.
Oh, we got a bit of a dinner here. That was in my fat days.
Yeah, not now.
Yeah. Anyway, did you see, talking about bikes and stuff, the motopeds?
I would have one of those in an instant.
We'll play this as we're talking so you can see exactly what it is.
It looks superb bit of kit.
It's just the freakiest thing. I thought it was a bike. First of all, the guy started off going down the road, and you think, oh, he's sort of...
Well, he's just cycling to start off, isn't he?
Yeah. No engine noise or nothing.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know, 2 minutes into the video.
Then he must turn the thing on, mustn't he?
And he's doing jumps. Then you can hear the engine. But it wasn't very loud, though, was it?
Well, it's what it seems to be. It's like you get a CRF 50, which are about like 1,400 quid. You use that as a base in the middle, and you seem to bolt it into an adapted mountain bike frame, and suddenly you've got the coolest bike ever because you could do wheelies and skids and all that stuff. But you're not
You're
riding a stupid sized bike like you were.
I think if you were in California,
with your burned leg.
Yeah, if you were in California, it would be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
But in Britain, you'd be just a little chavvy little git, wouldn't you? Really?
Well, you'd be straight away told you couldn't ride it without a license. I mean, it always confused me. How can people can ride electric cycles on the road? Because at the end of the day, it's a bike with a motor. So really, that's a motorbike. But that aside, you'd have one of those. Yeah. I googled it afterwards to see whether other people were making them, and there was a kit that you could buy. You got about 16 different boxes, but that came with the engine in all different parts. Actually, putting the engine together and build it, but it looked great come the end of it.
Yeah,
but,
I bet. Yeah,
with a little CRF 50 in there and a mountain bike, you'd certainly give it a go. Awesome. A lot cooler than riding around on what's clearly a child's bike.
A child's bike.
Because they're geared as well. The little CRF 50s are geared. They're 3-gear auto clutch. Yeah. Ideal for using that.
Yeah, if you've got an old CRF 50 or something you're doing nothing with, it'd be a little project, wouldn't it? Little winter project. There you go, a little winter project.
Well, yeah.
If anyone gets the kit or
makes
whatever.
One. I think the bigger prize if they manage to make one.
If you
and
make one of these, let
us
know, and we'll come and test it.
Yeah,
we'll come and test it as long as it's not in Scotland.
We'll have to get Ben to do it because he's nice and light.
Oh, Ben,
yeah, he's nice and light. Yeah, they couldn't get Adam to try a moped.
No.
That wouldn't work.
No.
Talking of Adam, it doesn't often get a mention.
No.
Sent me a hideous picture today. It scarred me mentally.
What the
He has wearing a Kermit onesie.
Oh, no, he did say that. I said we want to put it on
and I don't
Instagram,
know whether
but he didn't. He replied. Well, he didn't reply, so I don't think he wants it on Instagram. But if he
allows us to do it, it's a deeply worrying thing. One, I mean, the picture itself, but actually more worrying, it's the thinking behind a man in his mid-40s who buys a Kermit onesie. I mean, it's a student thing, to be honest. You haven't got a onesie, have you?
No.
Please say no.
No.
Just say, I'm just going to slip into it.
More of a ripped in the pants type guy.
What you're wearing? You prefer to be wearing ripped pants.
I got that completely wrong.
If I have to have an option between you and a onesie and ripped pants, I go for the onesie every time.
No,
what do you mean ripped?
I have a little bit of sick come out there.
Ripped in the pants department.
I got that completely wrong. Sorry.
From some violent encounter. You had a busy weekend, have you? I know you've been spending an awful lot of time at Ashton Court, but I didn't realise.
Oh dear! Hey,
you've been up there flashing your lights and stuff.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3.
You're making this worse. What's that with your finger?
Oh dear. Talking about Ashton Court, when we got on our mountain bike ride.
Oh yeah, you said we could do the track up there, couldn't we?
You bottled it.
No, absolutely not. No.
You know, this is a close of my life. It just gets worse.
You haven't fallen over in front of the students again.
No, I went to go on a cycle ride yesterday to bring the bike back to the studio.
Yeah.
Flat tyres.
When we gave up last time you rode on it.
Well, James in the office, if you're listening, I'm still waiting for my bike you promised me. And he hasn't even been in touch yet.
What sort of bike did he promise you? A tricycle?
Kona.
Oh.
Yeah, from the office. And,
nice.
Yeah.
Isn't that a coffee machine? You sure he didn't promise you a coffee machine? Yeah. It's like you're crying there.
Oh, dear. The show just gets better, doesn't it? Eh? Can we get back on...
You're crying when you're ripping your pants. That was why. Brought a tear to the eye. Back on line.
Bercy.
Yes. Oh, very, very good. Yeah, look, good result. Barsha seemed to absolutely kill it.
I was chatting to somebody today about Bercy, and I think it's gotten a little bit stale on the viewing side, but...
Stop poking your eye.
Yeah, but the crowd's still there over 3 nights.
Yeah.
Packed.
Yeah.
You're not going to stop it, are you?
I think that from what I gather, I haven't been over. You said that the venue's a little bit down at heel. It's small, it's tight, but it seems to produce. They don't overdo it, just once a year, and it's got such a name for itself.
Also, there was somebody told me that Jack Brunel entered.
Yeah.
And then they sent a message saying, "We don't want you here. We only want French and German, French and Americans." Ooh.
I thought the Stuttgart stuff. I thought the track at Stuttgart looked awful.
I thought it would look really good.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought it looked really good, Stuttgart.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just thought it looked like an amateur's attempt at a Supercross track.
No, it can't be no worse than ours.
Oh, well, I know, and ours was clearly an amateur's attempt at a Supercross track.
Yeah, but no, I thought it was quite good, to be fair.
No, well, the difficulty is, if you see it on its own, it's okay. But in your mind, you're always comparing it to the American version, and it's just a poor substitute. I don't think. I mean, what we don't see, and it might be good to put up a version of it, you don't see it very often, is American arena cross, because that's really good to see. When you see
there's some big old jumps on there.
Tyler Bauer's on that, but he's a really. I mean, they're all really physical riders, and I think when he's come across the Supercross, he's been really physical, and you need to tone it down a little bit.
One of the races at East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be drafted in because he's done really well. But arena cross over there is really a different thing. But they're tiny little courses, and really, really narrow. And I guess what we have over here, that's why it's over here. It's been rebranded arena cross rather than Supercross. But yeah, Bercy's good. I'd like to go across to it.
I've been a few times and it's good. It is good, but it just gets a little bit stale with the same riders winning and
yeah. And all the American, do you notice on Race Rex and whatever, all the American guys are, hey, I'm here in France. Like, okay, it's just travel. I guess it relates to an awful lot of their audience. Don't ever leave the country. No. So, when Vegas's version of Paris is, saying, well, what's the point in going to Paris because I can go to Vegas?
Yeah, I think Steve Mathis's post about drinking coffee in Paris gets a bit boring after the 12th. Post.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to do, but no need to tell everybody else about it. It's a nice feel too. Bit of accordion music going on, bit of a Galois smoking there. Very nice.
Yes.
It's a shame we didn't get French rider win it because Palin was doing well, wasn't he?
You can't. Yeah, good, fantastic. World class rider, but when Bercy and Kennard and Wilhan and all the rest of them put their foot down, it's
at the end of the day, it's what they do.
Yeah, different ball.
Palin is really big for that tight track. Yeah. I think he did well to do as well he's doing, being quite such a large bloke.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Massive hands, isn't he?
Yeah. We saw that when you were interviewing him at the Nations in Tushenthal. It was just like, wow.
Yeah, big hands. Yeah, big hands. So Bercy, another successful year for those guys. Fair play, and I would imagine it'll be back next year. Just invite some more extra riders, really. I'm sure there's some. Tommy did it once. Anstey's normally good there, even though he's crashed a few times.
I'm really surprised that the American, why sort of Barsha actually risked doing it. Quite a risk to do it. But yeah, the purse is there, and it does.
You're going to do it.
It does make the.
And he did the Genoa.
Yeah. But Roxon pulled out last minute, didn't he? There was a few rumours floating around about.
If that's the case, then. If there was no other nationalities apart from French and American, is that the reason?
Well, perhaps. I mean, he did pull out
because
last minute.
You can't say an example being Jack. You can't say to Jack, sorry, we don't want you here, but it's only French and Americans. And then you invite Ken.
With the best will in the world to
I know,
to
but
Jack,
you can.
I think you might make an exception for Roxon if he wanted to ride, because he would draw a crowd in a way that...
You can't say to one and then... not the other.
I think you can if one's a Supercross champion and a huge draw.
Oh, Jack is. He's the British Arena Cross champion.
I said a Supercross champion.
Oh, right,
yeah. I think unfortunately Roxon is an international star, and he would draw and he would change the rules. Either way, it was a strange period of time when he pulled out because there was a rumour that he was going somewhere else, wasn't there? And then all of us, there's a rumour that he was going somewhere else. And all of a sudden they said, no, he's definitely KTM and.
What, going to another team?
Yeah.
No.
There was stuff floating around, yeah.
Was there?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was a period of stuff, and then all of a sudden...
What do you mean reading Vital?
Just keep me ear to the ground. Not my face to the ground like you.
Face plant to the ground. This weekend, nothing on. Well, there's a couple of club events, and then there's the Super Enduro in Liverpool.
Yeah, a good lineup for that.
World-class lineup.
Some good night.
Blasarek and...
Who?
Blasarek?
Blasarek?
Is that how you pronounce it?
Blasuziak.
Well, you can't... Blasuziak. It's not. It's Blasarek, isn't it?
There's no R in his name.
Blas... Z.
Yeah, but what's the Rick come from?
Teddy Blasarek.
No.
Is it?
No. Can we flash up his name on the screen and see where the R is?
Blasarek. Well, there's no R. I'm not pronouncing the R.
He said Blasarek.
Blasarek. Yeah, but isn't it like a...
No.
Oh, How'd you say it?
Just try with David Knight and Danny McCann. You're safer for that.
And Johnny Walker.
Yeah, it's an afternoon event, so I guess it's quite good for the families. There's some mountain biking going on, and I think they've got good numbers already, which is great.
Yeah, good numbers. Yeah, so and it's at the end of the day, it's an afternoon event, which is great.
I hope it works because, and if you recall, John Hallam tried it up at Sheffield, and it just didn't seem to quite hit.
No, I think it's the way you promote it and stuff. And
yeah.
If you're going to get riders there, you've got to get the top riders. I think the only one who's not going to be there is Jarvis, but he's doing something else.
Well, I don't think Jarvis actually likes doing the competition type event of the direct competition. The ones he rides the Sea to Sky and the Hell's Gate and
it's a challenge. It's a personal challenge,
and that sort of thing.
It?
Yeah, I think so. And I don't think he does the head-to-head stuff. So I guess it's also has he announced who he's riding for next year? Is he going to be KTM? Is he going to be Husqvarna?
Was he Husky?
He was Hinsenberg, but you would think he's probably swapping over to Husky.
I swear they said Husky, but I could be wrong. But I swear I've seen it somewhere. Somebody said to me.
Yeah, well, you would think that he's transferring over that way. They're certainly not going to want to lose him because, he's such a good rider for them, but promotes the brand, and Husky are going to be promoting the brand a lot.
So, that's it.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's off season. There's not an awful lot more to talk about.
What we're going to do is, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, this could be the last time you see the sofa. We're going to just change the set slightly, just make it a little bit different.
Well, we've got a bit more widescreen. Nearly wrecking it. Yeah, this might have to go.
Yeah, we want to be a little bit more wider, but we want to go a bit higher, to be honest. I want to stand up.
Yeah.
I don't like being sat down.
Well, crack on. Just see your middle. You stand up.
No, so we're going to get we're going to build a bar table and
a bit like the 80s, or like a breakfast bar.
A round bar table and just have it like that. It's more of a formal.
Yeah, you off to B&Q then, are you?
Yeah.
I
had a look on the office supplies. They didn't have any in stock, but
yeah, we need a couple of oil drums and a bit.
Plus, I need my studio back, as I said. I need to start shooting. So
yeah, well. We'll wait to see what we come up with. I think it's going to look much the same, but just higher off the ground.
Higher off the ground, yeah. So I could just move when somebody comes in for a photo, I can just move the table.
Does that mean I've got to put my trunk back in the shed?
No, the trunks. No, you can get rid of that pile of rubbish.
Thank you.
No, actually, it's good. Actually, it's a really unusual. You could sell that, couldn't you?
Well, the idea was I was going into like the Drew Pritchard. Drew really likes that. I intended to have this in my living room. I had a plan of having it, put little legs on it, put glass on the top.
You got the legs.
Have some maps on, like you were planning a journey. You see.
Good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Mrs. said, "No way you're having that in there."
Is that what she said?
Grotty old trunk in the house. You can get that
I reckon
out.
It's bloody good, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. It's got a distressed look, a bit like yourself.
I was distressed when I was in the desert.
Did you have ripped pants in the desert too?
I had ripped something. I tell you, there was something in my pants. I know that. Oh dear. Yeah. So we're gonna maybe have a couple of weeks off. We're back in December for a Christmas show. We're gonna got a couple of things for Christmas.
Oh, didn't we have some questions?
We did. Nick Reynolds. First question from Nick.
Superb.
It's a great question. What size shoes are you? Nick, I'm a 10.
Yeah. I'm around about the same, 10 to 11, but in a Alpine style boot, I can have a 12 and a half because that's American size.
All right, okay.
So if you're thinking, Nick, of sending me any Alpine
Nick,
stars,
believe me,
12 and a half.
Nick's a friend of mine, and he won't send you a pair of boots.
Oh. So what's he asking about shoe size?
He just wanted to be awkward.
Thank you so much.
Well done, Nick.
Thanks for the input.
And there was somebody else who mentioned something, but
another question: when are they going to release the price for the free ride E? I'm afraid I don't know that. When it comes out, we'll put it up on the website, but that will come out. And there's the other one about the format of the.
I don't talk about formats.
Oh. Yes.
No.
Are you going to elucidate on that?
Okay. At the beginning of the show, we were filming away. Then, for some strange reason...
Well, I noticed the light that is red all the time.
Which you mentioned, didn't you?
Yeah, I said, why is it flashing? He goes, it does that all the time. I'm like, I don't think it does. In which case, the camera wasn't filming. So it was a good 10 minutes out. Comedy gold. just on the floor, just missed.
Yeah, so it was. We just
Computer expert Chuss went onto the job,
and thankfully
Googled a load of stuff. Some American people, the American guy who managed to wipe out the card, didn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks for your advice, whoever that was. He Googled it. We did it. I think he's done that as a prank.
I reckon he's done. Yeah, I bet there's a few. If you read, I bet there
well,
would
you do
be.
trust people on Google.
Yeah, you do.
Google how to do this. You
Press
wiped
that
off your
button,
hard drive.
bang, normally, you format the card, you put it in the camera, click format, it just clears the card or whatever. But for some reason, the camera stopped, the card stopped, everything.
So in future, when the light flashes, you listen to what I say, and that means nothing's happening. Okay.
But we got it going and it's working.
And we're all the better for it.
So we've got a little bit of a competition this week.
Have we?
We give away a T-shirt and some stickers.
My daughter liked this.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are cool though.
Yeah,
they are cool.
Nice shirt. Superb. It's falling down.
The question is, spot the mistakes. There's 2 free.
Yeah, easily 3. Easily 3 things
3
you should be able to
mistakes
spot
in
it
the show.
If you watch the whole.
If you watch the whole show from the beginning till this point, you'll notice.
By which time you'll be despairing and looking for any motocross content.
Yeah, it's a little bit of motocross content, and so you can win a T-shirt. And in fact, where's the T-shirt? Oh, it's the one at the front.
Yeah,
the brown one at the front. One of them, and
what about the Dissal T-shirt? What were they doing for that?
Oh no, there's still there's this competition. I'll put the link below, and you can carry on with that. We're still running.
And also, don't forget, if you build a moped or buy but not a moped.
It's amazing how many people have actually entered that competition. To be honest, yeah, it's been a feral few.
In the vague hope they might get the prize.
Yeah, well, you might get it this year.
Yeah. So if you build or buy a moped, then we want to see it. Yeah. We want to test it. I want to do some photos on it. Ray, once his studio gets converted back to a studio.
Yeah.
We'll have a full photo shoot, the whole lot.
Yeah, we'll have the full Monty. That'd be quite interesting.
And in fact, you could get almost as good a prize for a lousy job as for a good job. I think a lousy Honda step through motor crowbarred into a rally grifter. I think that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Step through grifter.
But always be safe.
So the question is then, there's 3 or 4 mistakes. Can you spot them? If you don't, if you can, we'll actually we'll give you the choice underneath. So are you going to be one of these competitions that's not a competition when you actually give them the prize and the others are so off? Come on. No, all right. You've got to guess the prizes. Guess the
prize. Not make it that hard.
Yeah, guess the prize.
No, there are
the differences.
There are differences rather than mistakes. Yeah. There are differences from the start of the show to the end of the show. Tell us what they are, and the one who gets the most and manages to get them. Or again, if it's funnier than the actual version, then that's cool.
Yeah, we like that. We like funny. But anyway, we're going to see you in a few weeks' time. As I said, we'll be back for the Christmas show.
A bit like Downton Abbey.
We're going to probably have.
We should dress smart for the Christmas show.
No.
Christmas jumpers.
Christmas jumpers?
Yeah.
I'm into Christmas jumpers.
There's an appalling range in Primark.
Yeah,
I think.
You can actually go online, and there's a website that sells appalling.
Yeah, well,
Christmas jumpers.
You don't need to. They're about 10 quid in Primark. There's the full Rudolph. There's all kinds of stuff.
So we'll be back for that. And what we're going to do on that night is going to have our award ceremony.
Yep.
For the year. So we'll stick up some nominees. And
voting, like a sort of online vote.
We could do a vote. It depends if people are up for it.
Yeah, if we could build it on the Facebook, we could do an online vote.
We could, yeah.
Best rider of the year, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, we can do some funny ones as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then
worst rider of the year.
Imagine that.
Most disappointment.
We could do most disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The person who promised so much and delivered
Haircut
so little.
Of the year. Best hospitality.
Yeah.
Worst hospitality. Oh, well, that would be harsh, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Steve, is your coffee machine ever working?
No.
Packing a crisp and a breakaway. That's not hospitality.
Who's that?
Steve Dixon. The coffee machine's always filling itself. Whenever you go in there,
it's filling.
You're looking at it, it's like, right.
It's filling.
And it's a sliced Scotch egg.
No, Steve, they've always promised me when I was a bit bigger.
Yeah.
They said, we'll get you Mars bars. I never had a Mars bar from them, ever.
No. Well.
Poor. That's poor. Poor hospitality.
Up your game, Dixon.
When you promise somebody who really, the only reason they go to the racing is to go into your hospitality and have a Mars bar, and then they're disappointed, it grinds.
But you wouldn't eat it now anyway, would you?
No. Anyway, I think that's the end of this.
Perhaps.
No, the thing is, I do eat normally.
Yeah?
I just don't eat in the office as much as I do.
Don't eat so much of it.
No, it's like I said, somebody asked me today, how did you do it? And I said, well, bottom line is, on my desk throughout the day, I was probably doing 4,000 calories. Sat there.
That would do it, wouldn't it?
Exactly. So over 10 years, that's gone boop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As soon as you stop, it just goes. And plus, I eat breakfast now. I never used to eat breakfast.
And now you're on laxatives and industrial spent speed.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. People are just like, how did you do it? Well, believe me, I used to eat a lot.
We're rambling now. We should wrap up.
Okay, well, we'll be back. We'll see you at Christmas. We're back for the Christmas show, and we'll catch you then.